When you're blue and kinda lonely too, you'll find a smile will go a long, long way. Though you're down, don't sit around and frown. A little smile will go a long, long way. Never grieve, just try to make believe the sky is blue, although you know it's gray. Don't you pine, it's just a waste of time. You'll find a smile will go a long.
It's time for another edition of Ron and Jen's Great Escape. We had a week off, an idle week, as I was touring the country.
Come for a tour.
I was on the Canyons Across America tour, visiting all types of incredible places, including the Grand Canyon, Zion National Park, Bryce, just incredible.
Did you see a lot of buffalo?
I saw a lot of elk, a lot of deer.
Deer?
Deer, a lot of deer. No bisons, no bison.
Any wolves, coyotes?
No.
Nothing like that. You didn't see the food chain?
No, the elk, though.
You didn't get chased by nothing?
Those elk are big, man, and they're sort of humanized. They're used to having people around them, but only to a certain degree. And I'm sure there's always some brouillon out there who thinks they're in a petting zoo.
Right.
They'll go up to a 400-pound elk and try to feed it or something, and the thing creams the individual. But
Little Debbie's too.
We kept our distance, and there's signs everywhere. Don't feed the wildlife.
Well, you feel bad. You wanna. I mean, if you got extra Dorito, you wanna throw it their way.
They were grazing in the grass, to quote you, Mazzacula, and there was a wonderful trip. We had a great time.
How was the flight?
And,
were people well behaved? Did anybody fart or get sick or start a fight?
We said that we were going to talk about my travels, because this is the first time that I've flown since the pandemic.
Welcome back.
Thank you. And it was, I would say about 30% of people were still wearing masks, both in the airport and on the plane. And there were no international incidents and, no peer group pressure, and just people just doing their thing. And thank you for house sitting and also taking care of Hazel, who's actually right by your side right now.
Hi, buddy. She's so sweet.
All right, so.
Her breath is still bad.
Yeah, well, it's always, it's
terrible.
There she is. You can see her in the corner there.
There she goes.
There she goes.
Yeah.
There's Hazel. Got a couple of quick Rhode Island stories.
Okay.
Apparently, we made national news twice.
We did.
This week.
Barrington.
Barrington, because of the honor system?
They got rid of the honor program.
Across the board.
Yeah, they just get it out because it's not fair.
Well, let me ask you this. That's the most expensive town in which to live, and it is so because of the school districts. And East Greenwich, where Shea St. Pierre is located, would be the second highest taxed city, and it's all because of the school systems. Now, what's that going to do in Barrington? People going to be moving out of Barrington now because they've eliminated that?
Ron, how far does this go? To say that there are inequities in society, of course there are. There's all kinds of inequities, but we're going to take, it's bad enough we're taking valedictorian and salutatorian off the books because it hurts people's feelings.
Everybody gets a trophy.
Right, but now if you are gifted, because some people are that's why there's janitors. That's why there's janitors.
Custodians.
And that's why there's
brain surgeons.
That's right. I mean, there's all different types, so people learn in different ways. But to take that all away because you don't want to make somebody that grew up lower income
can't alienate little Jimmy.
Well, yeah,
it's terrible.
I think now we're moving into crazy town.
Yes, we are.
We've been there a while, but it's crazy.
Sell crazy someplace else. Yeah. We're all stocked up here. So a couple of
we are. That's Crazy Eddie.
Crazy Eddie.
His prices are insane.
Remember that?
Yeah, I sure do.
These are the two stories that made national news, and they're both feel-good stories. A pair of Rhode Island police officers delivered a premature baby after responding to what they understood to be an overdose call. Woonsocket police officers.
Oh, really?
Connor Doyle and Justin Reel recently responded to a call to check in on a woman with a prior drug problem after a concerned relative who hadn't heard from the woman thought that she might have been having an overdose. She gave birth. And
while she was passed out?
The two officers,
high?
They responded in the
baby.
evening to a nearby incident where they had to administer Narcan to save a man from overdosing. The woman was not overdosing.
Oh, good.
But it just happened to... They delivered the child.
Well,
how about that?
That's amazing.
Now, you waited tables, didn't you?
I did, and I was a terrible waitress. And every time, whoops, there you go. Every time I was in that section, I would say, I'm really sorry. Because I'm going to
Before
do
you
my
even
best.
started to serve?
That's right. Because I wanted to be charming because my skills were so sucky.
Well,
It worked, too.
A woman by the name of Jennifer Vernacchio, Rhode Island waitress who works at the Big Cheese and Pub in Cranston. I've actually dined at the Big Cheese. They're making good pizza there. She was having a terrible morning recently until a pair of customers left her an extremely generous tip, $810 on a bill that was $48.17. So you got to feel pretty good about that.
I never got an $800 tip.
No.
I mean,
I think that would be kind of rare, wouldn't you?
Well, hey, if people got the funds, I'll take money for nothing. I'll take money if you want some tips. I have lots of tips to share, and you can send me money.
Money for nothing.
Money
and your
for
kicks
nothing.
for free.
Yeah, I mean, why not? So if you got some extra money, I need it. Can I have your money?
No, you can't have the money.
Is that illegal?
I won the money.
Is that illegal? Remember, it used to be illegal to say that on the radio.
It's a podcast. We can say whatever the hell we want.
Send me money. Well, no, I'm serious. If you have money, I need it.
Oh,
so
stop it.
Send it. No,
don't
send
solicit.
I am.
Don't lower yourself.
I am. Send it to WADK. Just send it. Jen Brian, money. Don't put money on the envelope.
Yeah, put that on the return. Yeah. Money. I want to say thanks to O'Hara Senior Care Services for sponsoring this fine podcast and our radio program, by the way, which you can hear Fridays 2 until 4 on 1540 WADK, WADK.com, and also 101.1 FM. O'Hara Senior Care Services, 345-1811. That's 401-345-1811. You got a loved one who is getting up there in age and needs some help to stay in the home that they have worked their fannies off to attain. Well, that's who you call. O'Hara Senior Care Services and Brenda Lee O'Hara, 401-345-1811. As we record this, it's Friday the 13th.
It is.
It is. Now, you also played hockey.
I did.
You played hockey. And I'm tying these two together.
Okay.
You didn't score on me, though, but that's another story.
I was old and tired.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
You got stoned. I stoned you cold.
You know, what would you have done if a girl beat you?
I would have tipped my mask to you.
I don't think so.
I would have
You're
tipped my
sensitive.
mask. The reason I put the two together is hockey players are the most superstitious athletes in the world, in the entire world, and you know that. And when I played in high school, played a little bit in college, and then played a lot of club hockey afterwards. I played goal. I wore the same T-shirt. It was a Superman T-shirt, gray Superman T-shirt, and the same I wore long johns, and I never washed the stuff.
I was about to say, did you wash them?
Hardly ever. I put it out in the backyard and let Mother Nature take care of it. Burn off the mold and stuff like that. But hockey players are supposedly among the most superstitious. Are you superstitious?
I am not superstitious. I used to be, but I am not anymore.
That's tough to get out of the habit of being superstitious. But then once you realize that the worst things in the world haven't happened to you because you were avoiding walking under a ladder or just something crazy.
Yeah.
When you come to the realization that it's a bunch of crap, then there's no reason to be superstitious.
Yeah, I don't. Not anymore. Because I always used to think if I take one wrong step, if I screw up,
right,
then whatever's good going to happen for me is going to be disintegrated.
What was a stupid thing you step on when you're walking on cement? You step on a crack, you
break your mother's back.
Break your mother's back. Did that ever happen? You step on a line, you break your father's spine. That's the way the other thing went.
I don't know. That never happened.
Yeah. Hey, Ma, what happened? You look like you broke your back. Everything was going okay until you stepped on that crack, Ron. Ronald Leo.
Crack.
Ronald Leo. Whenever they were pissed at me, it was the full name. Ronald Leo St. Pierre. You get in here.
Yeah.
Then I knew I was in for it.
I'm not surprised.
Origin of Friday the 13th. Do you care?
I do care.
It's considered to be the unluckiest day on the calendar. It's the first and last Friday, the 13th of 2021. But we're in 2022, aren't we?
Yeah.
What the hell are they printing this stuff for then? So anyway,
misprint.
To mark this unlucky or maybe lucky day, here are some interesting fun facts and trivia about Friday the 13th that we're going to share with you. And we'll leave it up to you to think if they're interesting or not.
You didn't proofread this, did you?
I did not. Yeah. The fear of Friday the 13th is known as...
It's like Nakalexum Day or something.
Well, the fear of the number...
The
fear of the number 13 is triskaidekaphobia.
I was close.
The fear of Friday the 13th is triskaidekadobia, which is also called something that I can't pronounce. The number 13 is considered lucky by Italians. Don't ask me why.
Send us an email.
Don't ask me why.
And you can do that at Jen Brian, B-R-I-N, at rocketmail.com. If you want to get in touch with Ron, Jen Brian,
same deal.
at rocketmail.com.
Same deal. Former President Franklin Delano Roosevelt never hosted 13 guests at a meal. I guess he was superstitious.
Well, I'll tell you. Well, would you like to know why? Here's why.
Why?
See, I know the origin of that.
Okay.
Because to many people, the origin of this superstitious day has to do with Jesus.
Judas.
Sitting with 12 apostles
Yep.
and 13, the number 13, and one of them betrayed him.
Right.
So he didn't want somebody to. Did I just ruin that for you?
No.
Were you going to get
No.
that? Yeah. So people are afraid. They
That
don't
damn
want,
Judas's fault.
Yeah.
So FDR also never traveled on the 13th, no matter which day of the week it fell on. Now that's really superstitious.
Yeah, that is.
Many cities don't have a 13th Street or a 13th Avenue. And many hotels in New York City do not have a 13th floor.
I didn't know
It's
that.
considered very, very, people are superstitious.
Wow.
And some hospitals avoid labeling rooms with the number 13. Many airports skip gate 13, too. So that's just some ice-breaking material for your
Wasn't
Friday
there-
the 13th conversations.
Wasn't there some deaf cat in Rhode Island that was 13 years old in a nursing home? And if you saw that cat coming to your room, right, and see what he would do, I remember was a boy
I
or
remember
girl.
that story.
If what he would do is he'd jump on your bed,
Yep.
and then you're next.
Yep.
That's true.
And then afterwards,
People started dropping dead.
I remember that story. And then the cat stepped on a crack and broke somebody's back.
Well, the cat's dead now.
D-E-D.
Yeah.
Dead. D-E-D. Dead. You know who checked out today? Well, we're recording this. An actor, Fred Ward. Remember Fred Ward?
Fred Ward.
He was in a zillion things. Tremors. He was in. He was in one of the Naked Gun movies. When you see, he's one of these character actors. If you see his face, you say, "Oh, that guy."
Right.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
He has assumed room temperature.
Oh, wow.
At the age of 79.
Can we just mention this because it's so unbelievably sad? Naomi? Is that Naomi? Judd. However.
Oh my goodness, that's a terrible story.
I didn't. I just want to mention it.
Naomi
because
Judd, the mother of
yes,
the. Yeah.
I found out yesterday. Well, I'm sure a lot of people know by now, but maybe you forgot about the story because our minds are like this. She shot herself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's the thing about it. Now, if you didn't know it, so Ashley Judd, the daughter. So that morning, what happened was, Ashley went to see her mom. I guess as she did frequently, and Naomi was having a pretty bad day or morning, and said, "Will you stay with me?"
Right.
And Ashley said, "Yeah." So then the mother goes upstairs, and so they're downstairs, and a friend comes. So Ashley goes upstairs and finds her mother. But here's what I said. I was talking to my mom about this. We were both shocked. I said, "Mom, how do you not hear a gunshot?"
Yeah.
Did they have a silencer? Did she
I
put
don't
a
know.
pillow over? I don't
know.
And so why would Ashley Judd go on Good Morning America? Because she said it would get leaked. The way that the world is, it would get leaked.
She was on with Diane Sawyer, and she said it's going to come out. It
Yeah.
should come out from the family.
I agree.
And can you imagine finding your mom?
No.
She suffered from deep depression for years and years. In fact, she wrote a book about it.
She did.
So. Yeah, that's a terrible story.
I mean, it's
terrible.
just something.
Terrible.
So, I know all those commercials out there that say, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
But seriously, you need to take that seriously.
You damn well better take it
Yeah.
seriously. If you know somebody who's going through that
Yeah.
funk too, you help them out. How about Tom Brady? I mean, are we ever going to get rid of this guy? Ever? You know, supposedly he signed a deal with Fox.
No, he did.
That will pay him $375 million over a decade's time to be their color analyst. So basically what he's going to do, he's going to take Troy Aikman's gig once he's finished playing. And the hot rumor is he's going to play Brady, not Aikman. He's not coming back. Tom Brady, supposedly, this is the big buzz. He's going to play one more year with the Bucs, then sign with the Miami Dolphins and get some part ownership in that team. Wouldn't that be something? Him back in the East. In the AFC.
Well, look, Steve Young, former quarterback extraordinaire for the 49ers, said this. You got the trick to being that TV football guy is to just make it sound like you're having a conversation with
Like Madden.
Yeah, just all you're doing is talking.
Right.
And and that's what's difficult for so many people because they're self-conscious, because they can't talk to the camera, because their minds go Cindy Brady. Remember that episode?
Yes, I remember that.
So he said it's not as easy as you think. And, Tom Brady's walking into this with zero experience. And to me, that sounded like he was a little jealous.
$375 million of inexperience behind the mic and behind the camera.
I mean, look, Tom Brady gave us such gifts. It's difficult for me to trash him, but I'm so sick of you, Tom Brady. Go away.
Well,
just stop.
That ain't going to happen.
Raise your children.
That ain't going to happen.
Spend your money.
This is why Madden connected with so
him.
many people. Is exactly what you just described. You felt like you were sitting having a beer with the guy, and he's watching the game with you.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
But more than that, you wanted to sit with him and have that beer.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that he was talking.
Very likable guy.
You wanted to be in his presence because he was funny and he was real. He wasn't this caricature of himself.
And Brady is exactly the opposite.
He's a pretty boy.
He's an elitist.
Diva.
He's an elitist.
Elitist now.
So we'll see. We wish him well with his future endeavors.
We sure do.
And before I turn to Jen's news, the big shortage. You can just use what I gave you there.
Okay.
There's not the biggest shortage now is baby formula.
I know.
And that's a big problem. Baby
sure
formula shortage also causing a rush to breast milk banks. The Human Milk Bank Association of North America, I believe they're located right next to the American Egg Board.
Didn't even know they existed.
They report that nearly every major milk bank has had a spike, while premature and medically fragile babies get first dibs. Other babies are eligible too, so they get in line right after the ones that get the special treatment, who deserve the special treatment.
Everybody, and listen, I got something to say, but this is not the forum. You could join us on In the Dugout on Mondays with Mike Stenhouse. And then I got something to say from 4 to 5. That's a live podcast.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's a show.
It's a show.
No, it's a podcast.
But, I mean, everybody's arguing and screaming and yelling, and everybody should. But here's the deal. What are these parents going to do if they can't give their baby formula?
This is horrible.
How many lawsuits
story.
will be brought? I mean, is this going to be a class action against the government of the United States of America from all these parents whose babies die? Is that where we're headed with this? Because if you can't find baby formula and feed your baby, you can't water it down. You can't make something. All these pediatricians are saying don't go by recipes from 40 years ago and all this. I mean, what do you do?
That's a major concern. It's an absolute major problem.
It's so sad.
All right, we turn it over now to America's favorite segment, allegedly, and we call that Jen's News.
Jen's News.
It's the stuff. It's the stuff that makes you go, oh, really? Oh, wow. It's not exactly above the fold, as they say in the newspaper industry, but it's curious.
Do you like that theme better?
Sure.
Wait, no.
That's Nana.
Jen's News. It's time for Jen's News. It's time for what word?
Jen's News.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
There you go. In Jen's News today, scientists, my friends, want to launch depictions of nude humans to aliens.
Don't they know what we look like? They've been probing us for years.
They've been probing. Yes, they sure know what our backside looks like.
They don't need any nudies. They don't need us in our nature suits.
Well, how are they going to do that? They're going to shoot up some Playboys?
I don't know.
And who's going to be the model? Who would you send? See, that's a great question for a Facebook page. If you're going to send a nude picture of a woman to aliens, which nude woman would it be?
Why does it have to be a female?
What do you mean?
Does it say? It says nude humans.
Oh, well,
male and female.
I assume it would want...
Well,
okay, what nude guy?
You wouldn't want to send a picture of any of the beautiful people because that's what normal people don't look like the beautiful people.
Okay, so you sent a nudie of William Hung.
No. Just go to Arby's and arbitrarily pick somebody up.
We have the meat.
Take a little snapshot of somebody with their meat, and then boom it up to the aliens.
An international team of scientists have studied the possibility of broadcasting a new message into outer space, including the image of a nude human figure, with hopes of reaching extraterrestrial life. The team's work is awaiting peer review and aims to send the transmission in binary code using radio waves toward the Milky Way galaxy.
I hope it doesn't turn out like that movie Contact, where they had video of Adolf Hitler.
Yeah,
Remember
that
was a little unsettling.
That was unsettling. That was a great movie.
We'll wait to see. We'll wait to see.
Yes. Okay, let's see. How about this? Las Vegas Jiggle Joint stands with Ukraine by auditioning strippers from war-torn nation. A strip club outside of Las Vegas is supporting Ukraine in their struggle against the Russian invasion by hiring strippers from the war-torn country. Why not? The venue, Little Darlings. It's called Little Darlings.
Little Darlings.
Recently posted an ad on their club's signage that declares, now auditioning Ukrainian strippers.
All right.
The club's manager, Pete Dator, said that they already hired one Ukrainian dancer who noticed the sign.
There you go.
Okay.
Right.
And for those of you that are interested in 3D stuff like me, I can't wait for Jurassic Park.
Ugh.
Doritos. No, we're going. Are you going to take Patty, or can we go?
She doesn't like that
Oh,
stuff.
she doesn't? Wow,
No.
we can go. We'll get
We
a
might go because we got to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll
you
get
know?
a discount, and then we'll pay $50 for a bucket of popcorn.
We used to have to do that all the time when we were working at major radio stations together. We'd have to go see some of the worst movies ever made. So because you knew they were going to be #1 at the box office, and you needed to talk about it on Monday. It was brutal sometimes.
Yeah, and you could write it off.
Oh man,
Right? That's a tax write-off.
was that terrible? Independence Day 2, the second one.
That was bad. That was really bad.
Terrible.
Well, anyway, Doritos is introducing the new 3D Crunch 3-Cheese chips.
Oh.
Doritos is celebrating the Stranger Things 4 premiere this month with the release of a new limited-time flavor, Doritos 3D Crunch 3-Cheese. The product brings together cheddar, Monterey Jack, and Parmesan. That sounds good. With three-dimensional crunch. What does that even mean? What's a three-dimensional crunch?
Well, it is three-dimensional.
I know.
Look, I'm holding this up.
Was it a puff?
By its very existence,
Yeah.
it's three-dimensional.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Maybe it's a puff.
But
kind of
man,
thing.
imagine your breath after you bag of those. Woo.
As I got older and after
Yikes.
menopause, I really loved Doritos. I used to hate Doritos,
What the
and
hell's
now
that got to do with menopause?
I don't know. Your hormones change, and
I
now
guess.
I crave Doritos.
I don't know.
Don't you crave stuff? When you
Yeah,
get older?
sure.
know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right
I
now,
don't know.
no.
Like pickles or popsicles.
Yeah, sure. From time to time.
He offers nothing. I try to open that door, people, to get an insight into the mind of Ron St. Pierre.
I like Doritos. Doritos are cool. I really like them.
Well,
You know,
that's
I'm
it.
not sure I'm going to be digging that flavor because there's too much going on.
Yeah.
Too much going on.
Well, but cheese is good.
All right.
I like cheese.
Now, I'm going to do this story, then I'm going to put the instrument on.
Okay.
And this is big because I know this is right up your alley.
All right.
Classic film coming back to theaters, but only for 2 days. If you want to see it on the big screen,
Is it
it's
Alfred
a coming.
Hitchcock?
It's a coming. You know, years and years ago, I saw Psycho. Alfred, speaking of Hitchcock, I saw Psycho on the big screen, and it had not been out in like 20 years.
I'd love to see that,
And
yeah.
so you see it on the small screen, it's just not the same thing.
Right.
This one, though, to celebrate what would be Judy Garland's 100th birthday, Fathom Events and Warner Brothers, Warner Brothers, as they say in Germany, they're bringing The Wizard of Oz to select theaters.
Ooh.
Rarely seen extended musical number featuring the Scarecrow has been added to the film for the event. The piece that was edited out, it's a dance routine called the Jitterbug, and it's Ray Bolger and it's Judy Garland. It's all of the characters, but it never made it to the final cut of the original film. But they saved that. Show times are 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. local time, June the 5th and the 6th. Circle it on your calendar. You can score tickets at the Fathom Event website, too, as well as check what theaters were chosen to show the 1939 movie. Judy Garland would have been 100 years old.
That's correct. She was never going to make it to 100.
No. What's she
Let
got?
me just
49? I think she was
47.
47?
She was so young. She looked like she
Oh,
was
she was
70.
ravaged.
And
Ravaged.
At the awful. And at the end, and she died on the can.
I know.
I
She had
mean,
no teeth at
she
the
had
end.
no
Her
teeth.
teeth were rotted out from all the drugs she was using.
And she was so angry. You know, I was watching some of the films that she was in with Mickey Rooney the other day, and you know, so many great movies and how Hollywood destroyed her, but then how she continued to destroy herself with, you know, the endless
terrible.
drugs and drinking. But man, some of those tapes that she recorded herself being angry.
Yeah,
Have
I
you
saw
heard
those. I saw those.
Some of those. Wow.
Yeah. Frances
Ooh,
Gum.
She kept receipts.
You know that? That's her real name, Frances Gum.
That's her real name?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
That's a
Judy
terrible
Garland
name.
and Mickey Rooney, if they were billed on the marquee with their real names, it would have been Joe Yule, Y-U-L-E, and Frances Gum. Not
Starring
exact.
in-
Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
No, Babes in Arms.
Yeah, Babes in Arms.
Oh my God, I watched that too the other day. All the blackface in that?
I know they left that in there, and they still air it, which
Wow.
I'm surprised. That doesn't upset me,
I
but
mean,
you know,
I'm
it
shocked.
upsets a lot of
because-
people
yeah,
because
of
the
the
wokeness.
culture.
Yeah, the wokeness.
But I was shocked by that.
Alrighty, that's what
All
I
right,
got.
anyway.
You can wrap it up.
I can wrap it up.
Wrap it up. I'll take it. The Fabulous Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
Remember them?
Of course I
were
went
great.
to see him. Stevie Ray Vaughan's brother.
That's right.
Okay, well, normally I would do a pet thing, but I'm not because Rita's just being good, and So
Rita, that would make the A block.
I mean,
Rita hasn't been
Hazel,
with us for a
that's
while.
the second time I've done that today. Well, welcome back. For
Thank you.
those of you that like space stuff, here it is. A Milky Way black hole has been caught on camera for the very first time. The first ever photo of the Milky Way's black hole is being revealed. The image shows an oval-shaped void with a bright ring surrounding it. This is only the second image ever captured of a black hole, while being the first to show a detailed look at the Milky Way's core. I'm telling you, I've seen some of these photos. It's so cool. It's wild. The black hole is around 27,000 light years away and is 4 million times more massive than the sun. I mean, that's not, you kind of want to take a detour. If you're an alien, hey Stan, avoid that black hole. You get sucked in. And that's the end of the show, and Hazel's biting her leg.
And I just want to dispel a rumor.
Yeah.
Because I know this firsthand. I viewed it this week.
What's that?
And the Grand Canyon is larger than a pothole here in the Ocean State.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's terrific.
Yes. That was breathtaking.
Well, I'm
as
glad
was
you had
my
a good,
accordion playing.
A good time. It is. It always is. As is this show.
All right.
And its content.
That's right. Listen, follow us on, if you follow us, I'll have you arrested. No, follow us on the radio every Friday from 2 until 4 p.m.
Yeah.
On 1540 WADK. It's online everywhere, wherever you want to listen, at WADK.com,